My mom is the last generation for our family that's allowed to submit for dual citizenship to be United States and citizens of Italy. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Ma, you got to get that in because I need that. I need that option.
Yeah.
She didn't want to do it when I was too young because then they would have made me get drafted into the army.
Ooh.
Yeah. Could you imagine me in the Italian army trying to my personality, trying to figure out what they're yelling at me in Italian and be like, yo, bro, I don't understand what you're saying. I'm here because my mom submitted a fucking application, not because I wanted to serve in the army.
Yo, I remember when my dad brought the military to the house to try to get me to go into the Marines.
Okay.
And I walk in the house and they're like, you know, father says you're an athlete, you possibly go to college for sports and stuff, but you know, we take the cream of the crop, yada, 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 this and that. And I said, yeah, I really don't think this is for me. You know, the military, I don't really think it's for me. Well, you know, your dad, your uncles, your brother, your cousins, you have a lot of family in the military. I said, yeah, it's for them. It's not for me. Why do you think it's not for you? I said, well, I function differently than them. And what do you mean? I said, well, one, I don't like lies. And you're lying to me right now. I'm not lying. I was like, yeah, you only take the cream of the crop? When was the last Marine drafted to play ball in the pros? I usually only see Army and Navy going at it for football. Don't see them much for baseball either, but we're talking about the Marines. I've never seen the Marines football team. I was like, so do you mind telling me why you would tell me that you only take the cream of the crop when you do not take the sports that I play? I said, that's just one. Two, if you were to tell me right now, if you were to ask me, Jamal, how many push-ups can you do? I was like, I don't know. You think you can do 100? I will get down and give you 100 push-ups. But the moment you get in my face and scream at me and tell me to give you push-ups, go fuck yourself. And the problem is, that man that brought you in here today, he saw fit to put me in martial arts since I was 4 years old. So the sad part about it is, when you decided in just high school that you had nowhere else to go except the military, and you've maybe had 4 years of experience now, I've been training since I'm 4. I'll fuck you up, and you can't stop me. So when you tell me to do something, I tell you go fuck yourself, you won't put your hands on me, I'll beat the brakes off you, fam. Where does that leave us? Dishonorably discharged. And for what? So this don't suit me, man.
Well, they're going to offer you a free charger. They offer everybody Hellcats.
I'm like, we're good.
Take the Hellcat, man. It's worth it.
I'm like, no, I'm good. We're all set.
Yeah, the military has always been an interesting topic for me mentally. When I was younger, I saw Navy SEALs, stuff like that. I thought it was so cool. You look at the covert missions, hitting the beachhead, just an elite unit of brothers, like just something that no religion, no race, just everybody together.
Yeah.
Getting each other's backs for the greater good of the country. But then I started getting older and viewing, I wouldn't even say politics, but I started viewing things much differently. Mm-hmm. I started viewing, well, you're fighting for the entire country. Is this country grateful for what I'm potentially doing? Laying my life on the line.
Yeah.
And it's not even about the citizens. It's about the government.
Yeah.
Does that guy sitting in the White House, Democrat, Republican, conservative, don't matter. Does he really, truly give a fuck if I die because he did some bullshit order or because his oil deal went bad and now there are investors and people that are going to blackball him and throw him under the bus and we're going to bring everything to light unless you go and all of these hands washing each other's hands. Do they truly care about a dude named Nick who was on the Navy SEALs, which, I mean, listen, if I was on the Navy SEALs, that'd be pretty cool, but a dude named Nick from Long Island that served as a SEAL that went over, an operation went bad, we shouldn't have been there to begin with, this and that, protecting democracy and freedom, air quotes for listeners, not real. Does he give a fuck if I died? Like, nope. Yeah, he's got to give my mother And if I had a girlfriend or a wife, he's got to give them the flag and the purple,
Well,
the Purple Heart. If I was injured, what do they really care when they're doing that, or is it just a PR opportunity for them to
what's
shake the
saying,
hands?
right? What's the saying? We do not negotiate with terrorists. So if you are caught trying to protect the United States, if you're caught trying to, unfortunately, at this point, it's called doing your job, there's no one coming to help you.
You're tortured for years until you die.
Yeah.
Remembering everybody that you loved, sitting back home, worried about you, wondering if you were alive or dead, and you were sitting in a cell somewhere because
you sent me.
Well, because you sent me, number one, and number two,
I know, I get it. I took the job. I get it.
Yeah.
But there should be some kind of backing. There should be some kind of loyalty, which, unfortunately, they're not big on. And I say that because like even my brother, a majority of my family was in the military. And a lot of them had trouble with being told that schooling would be paid for afterwards and all that stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then when they're done, they got to jump through hoops to try to get anything paid for that was told that would be taken care of. Okay, I did my job, and this was supposed to be my compensation.
I stepped on that mine.
So now, why all of a sudden are you not compensating me? Why are you giving me a hard time? Give me what you told me you'd give me.
Because I gave what I told you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I just don't.
Well, that's politicians.
I just don't.
That's what I talk mostly about. When I say I don't like government and I hate government, I hate the snaky, sleazy shit that DC breeds and the people that are just looking for handouts and, oh yeah, I'm going to take care of a community. And they gas up a minority or they gas up a certain section that they need to get votes from. Don't worry, if you vote for me, I'm going to take care of this neighborhood. And guess what? They get in, nothing. And then everyone just sits around going, I got fucking tricked.
Selling dreams.
Exactly. It's a bunch of bullshit, man.
Yeah.
It's especially tough. Like I have some family that are veterans. I have friends that are veterans, and I look at what goes on in the country. Let me get this out here. Let me get this clear because people misconstrue things when I say it this particular way. I love immigrants. I do. This country, and my episode yesterday with Poe, we spoke about this as well. This country is what it is because of immigrants. Otherwise, 100%. It would just be Native Americans.
100%.
The way that he put it was beautiful. He's like, you came a little bit before me. I just came a little bit after in this country. That's all it is.
That's it.
So when it comes down to it, none of us are indigenous to this land. So immigrants built this country.
I've lost clients over that. Heavy.
Oh, really?
I trained a family.
Get him on that mic. Get him on that mic. Bring it closer. You can turn it. There you go.
A husband, wife, and 3 kids. I trained them for years, right? And I remember one time I was going over for a session. She called last minute and she said, you know what, Jamal, I got to cancel today. I'm sorry. I'm having an inauguration party. This is when Trump got into office. And I said, all right, fine. But like, I was on my way here. Like, we have a standing appointment. But okay, I'll see you on Monday. Whatever. Monday comes.
Inauguration party, huh?
I pull up and, I park across the street because the landscapers are doing their yard. I walk in through the garage, knock on the door. The clean lady opens the door. I go downstairs. She's, got the TV on, and she's so amped, and she's ranting and raving about immigrants and how she wants them out. And, normally I just don't get involved. I don't like to mix certain things when it comes to business, right? I work, I make my money, and I keep it moving. You ask me personal advice, I'll give you the best advice I can possibly give you. I'll give you my opinion. That's all it is, right? From my life experiences. If it happens to be something that I'm educated in, then you'll get better advice, But whatever. That's all I'm trying to do. Just make my money, help you out,
keep pushing.
Health-wise, body-wise, whatever it may be, and I just want to keep it moving. So I usually don't get involved. So she said this, and I was just like, well, why do you feel so strongly about that? Or the taxes, this and that. And I'm like, taxes? I was like, well, okay. Then if you really do feel that strongly about it, you should start at home. And she's like, What are you talking about? I said, well, get rid of your landscapers. She's
Clean,
like,
and
what?
cleaning woman.
I was like, yeah, your landscapers, they don't speak English. They're not citizens. I said, why don't you ask one of the other kids from this wealthy neighborhood to come and take care of your lawn for you? It's right, because they won't.
Yeah, they won't do it for the amount of money that the landscapers are going to do it for.
They won't do it, but you're worried about the $200 to $500 that they'll make a whole week that they're not paying taxes on? But how about your cleaning lady? She's been here for years. I've been training you for years. She's been here for years. She still has trouble speaking English. She's a sweetheart. But why don't you get somebody else, one of the other wealthy kids from this area, to come and clean your toilet bowls? That's right. They won't, especially at the cost that she's doing it. So it seems that it sounds good because it doesn't have anything to do with you, because you wouldn't kick them out. You wouldn't tell them to stop. You wouldn't do the work that you want them to do on your own, or have your children do it. You won't do that. But it sounds great to say that, right? And you're going to bring up taxes. Your husband makes $13 million a year. And since I've known him, all he's taught me is how to save money and not pay taxes.
Hide.
So the $200, $300, $500 a week that you're paying these people that they're not paying taxes on, what's worse, them or the fact that your husband's not paying taxes on $13 million? I was like, so what? Where's the problem? Your mother and father came here as immigrants so that they can build a life, a better life for you. And here you are now with your family and your children. Why are they allowed to do it, but other people can't come here and build a life? Huh? Granted, I understand. They utilize certain things that it should. Yes, certain things should come into play where they are mandated to get citizenship and to do this and do that. That's fine. Fine. Okay, I get that. But getting rid of everyone? Like, what are you talking about? Mm-hmm. Are we going to start with your parents first?
And that was the point that I was getting to. I was getting to the point of, I love immigrants and I love it. I think that, I know that they're a pivotal point and importance to the actual country as a whole. However,
Huge.
You got to go through the proper channels. You got to get vetted the right way. You got to come in the right way. We need background checks on specific people. We can't just be letting crazy people in, because if you look at other countries around the world, they don't fucking let anybody in. It don't matter. You try to stay longer in a country in Europe,
They come to get you.
They'll come get your ass and put you on a plane and be like, get the fuck out.
Yep.
Like, you need to get the proper channels. You need to get the proper paperwork to stay in this country. Cool with me. My grandparents did it. They came to Ellis Island. They did their thing. They got the citizenship. Great. Exactly what you just said. At some point, there has to be some type of a process where everyone gets vetted and you are a legal citizen at that point. And you can still avoid the government from taking shit out of your pockets the correct way.
Of course.
But like, the influx of immigrants since the border's been open recently, I'm not an expert on border control. If somebody hits me up and starts talking to me about this,
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I see things at face value and I speak on them. That's all I can do. You want to talk about a camera? Hit me up about a camera. That I'll probably know a lot more about. But there are a lot of news reports of immigrants being housed in New York City. Full menus, 5-star menus from hotels, and full stays and this and that. But we can't help the vets out?
Yeah. No.
Come on.
You definitely got to.
What are we doing?
You definitely
as a
have to help.
country,
You definitely
what are we
have to help.
doing? I'm not saying
Help
these
the
people
vets out.
don't
Guaranteed.
deserve good treatment. But I think
There's a lot of other people that deserve
But
good
I think the
treatment,
people
too.
that other people that are in this country that have had to put their lives on the line or had
And
limbs
that's what
blown
puts
off,
the
shit like
bad
that.
taste in their mouth.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
That's exactly
you
what
can't
it
just
is.
go. It's not like a tit for tat type of situation. It's we got to take care of the country as a whole, and then we can start taking care of the people. Just like all the money we've been sending to Ukraine. I got potholes all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
But we're missing trillions in tax dollars from the trillions in IRS misplaced money.
Yeah.
Trillions that the government was supposed to pay the country. We're missing trillions.
And we still giving money away.
We're still giving money away. Really? Come on, guys. What the fuck are we doing?
They're too attached to quote unquote helping other people, but not helping us.
Well, the
problem is, that's how you know there's things going
fishy.
on under the table.
Oh, it's fishy.
Like, come on now.
And I'll
bro.
tell you exactly why it's fishy too. Biden came out and said that our tax dollars in the video clips that I've seen, and somebody, if you want to quote me and tell me that I'm wrong and show me something different, I'm all ears. I discriminate against politicians evenly. I fucking hate everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He said that our tax dollars will be going towards Ukrainian official, like government official and people's pensions and benefits. My mom is over 63 years old and does not have any money to fall back on as a retirement because of everything that's happened over the last 10, 12 years in the mortgage industry. She's lost everything and had to rebuild multiple times. Why are we giving them the ability to have an exit plan when they leave their jobs to live a little bit of comfort? Once again, it could get misconstrued. People could think that, like, I'm just talking. I think it's horrible. War is horrible for everybody. But there's a lot of under-the-table shit going on. You ever heard of that before?
Hands down.
Did people in Europe hit us up when 9/11 happened? Hey, listen, we know that so many people lost their lives, this and that.
So we're gonna send you some stuff.
Here's some money.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't see American flags getting flown over in Europe.
No doubt.
So, what Poe and I were talking about yesterday, it starts at the home. Like we were talking about kind of briefly before we started the podcast. It starts at the home. You got to teach your family good values. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of where you come from. But build on these strong habits. And the family unit is really what's going to bring the next generations.
That's the truth.
I don't have kids, but you know.
Oh, I know.
You're raising little munchkins, man.
I know. 100%. 100%.
It's tough, bro. It's tough.
Times are getting crazy, man.
Dude.
It's actually getting a little on the scary side. I was just telling a couple of my friends the other day. I said, man, I'm just gonna make my money and I'm moving.
Where you going?
I'm out of here.
Where are we going? I'm following you.
It's got to be the Caribbean for me, man. Yeah, I love the heat, and I'm gonna live off my land. My family has backyards full of fruits, vegetables, chickens, goats, everything. That's it. I'm gonna eat my goat. I'm gonna eat my chicken. I'll eat my fruit and all that. That's it. That's what I'm living off of.
That's the theory as well of why pollen seasons are so crazy in the States.
What's that? Because
the government. Quote me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. I have to say that all the time. I hate.
Yeah.
I hate being.
Yeah, right.
I hate throwing information out if I don't know the whole story. The government doesn't have any female trees that produce fruit because they don't want to have the fruit just easily accessible to anybody.
Of course they don't.
So that's why the pollen is just everywhere because it has no trees to attach onto and create fruit. That's why in all the other countries like Spain, they got oranges growing on fucking trees. You don't have that over here.
All over the
place. Think about that.
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw a tree with fruit on it?
Yeah.
In the States.
Mm-hmm.
That's not on a farm.
Yeah.
Never. I got to look that up.
I'm going to. Yeah, that's probably my next goal, man. I got to get out of here. I'm going to take my little munchkins and get out of here.
Why doesn't what would I even Google search? Why doesn't the U.S. have female trees? Oh, something's going to come up. Some crazy shit's going to come up.
Guaranteed.
So it says, yes, botanical sexism has led to more pollen in American cities.
There you go. You said
Male trees have long been favored over female trees in American cities because males don't have seeds or fruits that can create a mess or look less aesthetically pleasing. Fuck aesthetically pleasing. Give me the fruit. I want to be able to walk to a meeting and grab an orange and be like, get my vitamin C for the day.
For real, right? I'm telling you, man, that's one thing. Like when I haven't been back to Trinidad in many years, but I remember waking up every morning and there being baskets and baskets of fruit from the yard on the table.
Yeah.
Vegetables, fruits. And the first time when I was little too, I watched my grandmother throw chicken feet out, and the chicken would come up. They'd be eating right around her feet. She'd stand there, and I remember the first time I'm looking at her, and she just reaches down real quick, grabs one by the fucking head, snaps the fucking neck, walks right over, chops the head off, turns it over, drains the blood out, boiling hot water, starts dunking it in the water, pulling the feathers off. I'm like, what the fuck? I play with these motherfuckers.
Y'all had me say hi to these chickens.
I'm out in the yard playing with these little bastards. Like, are you kidding me? I'm like, damn. What are they gonna do with Billy Goat over there?
Oh, Billy Goat's next.
No, that was even worse.
Oh, I'm sure.
Walked
they
up,
gotta hold him down.
Yeah. No. Yo, they roam the yard. They're like pets. So you go out there, they come up to you like, hey, what's up? And you're like, hey, what's up? Slip. I'm like, and she lets them just in the yard bleeding out. I'm like, what the but? She's like, you want to eat, right? I'm like, yes, I do.
I do want to eat.
Next time I'll help you. It's crazy. I don't mind living like that, though. I got to be honest.
I talk a big game. So I'd like to have some chickens for eggs because I don't trust what's been going on in the country with eggs and the egg production. Have you seen so like they want to ban TikTok. It's been like that for a minute. I think there's multiple reasons that they want to do it. I think although the Chinese parent company does pose a risk to security, I think that there's always that thought process. I think before we do that, maybe we should look at the Chinese police stations that are popping up around the country. Maybe we should look at that. Maybe that's more of a spying type situation than an app on the phone. Regardless, though. So, hold on 1 second. When you realize allergies, I'm still on the fruit. Hold on. Realize allergies, asthma across America got worse. Landscape city planners thought male trees were easier to maintain. And they planted so many male trees, those species now release tons of pollen each year to compete for a few females. This lack of biodiversity and climate change fueling longer and earlier pollen season has caused allergies and asthma rates to accelerate. So you're sneezing and congested all day because of botanical sexism. That's been viewed. That's on TikTok. It's been viewed 2.9 million times and generated nearly 4,000 comments. A writer who works in public relations has a love for science fiction, blah, blah, blah. And basically they're just saying that that's not correct, but I don't see. But what everyone somehow forgets to add is that the reason female trees are messy is because they produce fruit. And I high-key believe that botanical sexism is driven by capitalism and making sure that people who live in urban areas don't have access to fresh fruits and vegetables. So I agree.
Yeah.
Anyway, I talk a big game. I want chickens because of the eggs. So the eggs scenario is they were feeding chickens feed from where they normally get it from. Chickens weren't producing eggs during the egg shortage. Chickens weren't producing eggs. They changed the feed. They make their own home feed. Chickens start pumping out eggs like crazy.
Of course.
Why? I believe that the whole TikTok ban is mainly because they don't want this information to keep getting out there. TikTok has a lot of bad shit, but it's got a lot of good shit as well. It's an agent for spreading information quickly.
Very fast.
And the cool thing is you get all points of view. You get left, right, middle. You get everything. So you don't just hear CNN, Fox. You don't hear just like whoever's cutting the paychecks, which I've said multiple times on the show. Whoever's cutting the paychecks is what you're going to listen to. You don't hear that. You hear from everybody. I'd love to get chickens to get eggs.
Yes.
This way I don't have to worry about shit, do my thing, whatever.
And a tax break if I'm still in the United States.
This is a tax break for having chickens?
What? Yes.
What?
You have chickens in your yard? If your yard is big enough and you have chickens in your yard, you get a tax break.
Damn.
In some places, it's 50%.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's over, bro.
Crazy discount.
Oh, I'm getting
Crazy discount.
It's gonna be nuts. Yeah. Mad chickens.
Yep. Every real estate property I'm gonna have chickens in
everywhere. I just don't know if I'd be able to kill them. Not the chickens. Chickens will only be for eggs.
Well, there's two types of chickens. There's some certain chickens that are good for just laying eggs
and meat,
and then there's chickens that are good for eggs and meat. So it depends. If you don't want to eat it, use the chicken for the meat. Get the ones that just produce eggs.
That's what I would do.
Those usually will produce, each chicken will probably produce about 250 to 270 eggs a year. Now, they go through certain times of the year where they just don't lay eggs at all, but it's a very short period of time. But either way, there's certain chickens that you don't want to eat the meat. You just take the eggs.
Yeah.
So get those so you don't have to worry about
done. Yeah, because I can't kill them. And, I guess end of the world type shit, we're living off the land shit. Like, there'd be a strong cutoff in my emotional side of things, and I would just start hacking.
Well, it's the same way I feel about like certain types of hunting, right? A lot of people say like hunting is like so manly and stuff like that, right? Like my idea of hunting, if I wanted to hunt, I want a handheld weapon. I don't want a gun.
You want a bow or a knife?
I would take a bow or a blade.
So you're talking about running up on a deer and just getting it like that?
I'm never going to get that close. I'm never gonna get that close. But I just don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair at all that you can stand 300 yards away from a deer and shoot this motherfucker without him knowing. Like, come on, man, that's cheating. And they make these high-powered weapons and all that shit where you could see the motherfucker clear as day, but he don't even know you're in the area. He don't even know you're hungry. No, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I'd rather, not when I say I don't like it, I don't care to be involved. But if I wanted to hunt, I would rather it be something a little more aggressive.
A bow and arrow?
A bow and arrow. Like, you have to be closer for that.
Have you ever hunted?
You have to have like,
have you ever hunted?
No. No.
Should we go together and go bow hunting?
I would love, if it's bow, I'm down.
Let's do it.
I want to use the bow. I want to make my kill. I want to hunt the animal down, right? As he's injured and trying to get away. We have to hunt him down. We find him. We have to put a blade in him, completely kill him, bleed him, shed the skin, and eat the meat,
and
bro.
Section the meat.
That's it.
Let's do it.
That's what I want. I don't want the head on my wall. Like, I don't care
I don't want
about
that shit either. Can we?
It's not a trophy for me.
Can you hunt an elk with a bow? Elks are fucking huge.
They're huge, bro. They're huge. I don't know.
Elk with a bow.
Because now you got to wonder about. You got to remember.
It's gonna be mad.
Some of these animals get angry and
they're coming after you.
They're like, this motherfucker done prick me with something. And come looking.
There are two primary weapons you can use for elk hunting: the compound bow and the classic hunter rifle. Many specialized bow hunters also carry a rifle when hunting deer or elk to take a long-distance shot if the opportunity presents itself.
I've always wanted to learn to use the bow like that. Like Bo Jackson, he's nasty with the bow.
Yeah?
Yeah, he makes his own bow and arrows now.
What size bow do you need for an elk? 60 to 70 pounds. A 60 to 70-pound bow that is fast, dependable, and accurate is plenty enough to bring down a bugling bull. Still, elk, and especially big bulls, are large and strong-willed animals. The best advice is train and go in drawing the heaviest weight you can handle without sacrificing accuracy or what you are comfortable with.
I like this.
You want to do it?
This is what I like.
We should do a wilderness podcast too.
I'm telling you right now, I would love that. I would love it more than anything else. I mean, the real me, I want two blades on my waist.
You want to just be able to?
I just want to take a flip out of a fucking tree and land on the animal's back and take him out. It's not going to happen. Though. This is a dream of mine, but it's not going to happen.
Just take both out the back.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
Like the batarangs.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Where is the? I think it's Montana. Elk hunting.
I've been to.
Is there like bow classes or that we could go to?
Yeah, we could get
on
some
Long
classes.
Island.
We could find some classes. I don't know about on Long Island, but we can find it. I think we can find it.
Best states for hunting elk.
I'm down to learn that.
Let's do it. Why not? I want to learn new shit. We're gonna need it when the fucking United States implodes and we gotta go hunt these things ourselves.
It's just like how much I love chopping trees down, man. I don't have.
He does love chopping trees down.
There is not activity. That is a serious pleasure of mine. I will literally go up into the mountains and pick a tree that it will take me 4 to 5 hours to chop down.
I want to do that.
I will be there. Remember the tree we chopped down for the video, right?
Yes.
When the landscaper got there, he says, "Yo, somebody chopped this down?" And they were like, and the owner, my client, was like,
30 minutes.
Yeah, my trainer came here and he knocked it down. He's like, had it taken about an hour and 45 minutes. He's like, nah, probably like 27, 30 minutes. He's like, what? I'm like, yo, I had a blast, bro. I fucking love that shit. That to me is a good time.
That shit was heat.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Montana is still the best state for residents and public land bull. Montana still has it by the numbers. It holds the #1 spot for record typical bulls since 2010. But some tags are getting harder to pull, especially for non-residents, plus the cost of nearly $1,000 for an out-of-state elk license.
I forget where I was, if it was South Dakota or North Dakota, and I saw a deer. Man, the thing looked as big as a horse, bro. The antlers were, I mean...
Scary. They're big, man.
It's to the point where I'm like, wait a minute. Well, this ain't Bambi.
Here's my issue. I'm scared of bears.
Okay.
And coyotes and wolves and shit because I know...
It's easy. Yeah, go ahead.
I know I'm going to be easy target for them.
Coyotes, I don't think you have too much to worry about.
Coyote,
wolves,
yeah, probably
fucked.
not.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Bears and wolves, yeah.
Bears, easy for me to say this, but you're supposed to run in circles.
Have you ever seen a bear fully
no.
run?
No, I know. That's why you run in circles. You can't run straight against these motherfuckers. Ooh. Now, this is me talking like I've been chased by a bear and I have not. So all I know is I'm running my ass off, bro.
South Huntington, there's an archery school.
I'm down. Right by you.
Yeah, we out. I got to find this video of a bear running to show you.
Dude, they fly, but they can't turn.
Jay?
They can't turn.
I think so.
I gotta believe in myself. Then I gotta, yo,
Jay,
I can't tell you.
I need you to see this. Probably one of the craziest videos I've ever seen in my life.
I know exactly what you're showing me. Yep.
Dog, what?
I've seen that.
Why is he going so fast?
I've seen that.
Bro, I'm good.
I've seen that video.
He's catching me in the first 10 yards.
If we're in the wilderness and we come across one of those, I don't know what to do.
I don't know either.
I don't know what to do.
He's so scared.
I swear to God, I don't know. You have to run.
Do you?
Listen, don't give me that play dead shit.
I've seen The Revenant.
Yeah, exactly. When he got mad when he was playing dead and just slapped the shit out of him. Like, yo, come on, man. Get the fuck. No. Fuck the play dead shit. You gotta run.
This bear charges a car in a land. Oh, dude. Look at him charge the car.
And hits it, right? Does he hit it? Savage. Oh, he ain't playing.
If he's not scared of a car, he ain't scared of me. Dude. What kind of gun would you?
No, they're not afraid of us at all.
No.
They're not afraid. There's not too many things bears are afraid of in general. But either way, I'm talking about if we're out. This is the problem. If we're out hunting deer, elk, and we're in a tree, okay, in one of those posts, they can get up there.
Oh yeah, they get up there in 2 seconds, and
very fast.
And they'll stare at you too. They'll be like, "Oh, you in my tree, homie."
It's like, yo, that's my tree house.
I'd be like, and I look around for a vine to swing to the next one. I'd be like,
you
there ain't no vine.
That you could possibly like cut a deal. Look, I'm looking to take down this deer right here. You can have it. I just want to practice my shot.
I'll do the legwork.
You can have it. Just let me be. Nah, they'll fuck you up. No. I always say that on land, I'm not afraid of too many animals. The water, though, fucks with me.
Does it?
Reason being is I used to, like back in the day when I was young, I could have went to the Junior Olympics for swimming, the 50 and 100 freestyle. So when I realized how fast I could swim the 50 and the 100 freestyle, and everybody was like, damn, Jamal, that's great. And then it's one swipe of a shark's tail, and they've swam much further than that in a fraction of the time. There's no need to fight in the water, man. Just give up. So that shit freaks me out. On land, I say to myself, there's a lion right there, right? But this is marble floor. He's going to slide a little bit. I should be able to get into a room and close myself into the room and hopefully get some furniture by the door.
Where are you that a lion's in the house?
I'm just saying. I play these scenarios in my fucking head, dude. You know what I'm saying?
How do you get in your house?
I'll be in the gym and I'll be like, yo, if there was a lion here right now, I could hide behind this machine. I could run here. No. But usually it's the animals in the water that freak me out. Animals on land don't really bug me out.
Open water freaks you out?
The animals underneath the water freak me out.
So the open water doesn't freak you out? The water itself?
I don't mind that. The
uncertainty of how many of what's potentially down in the layers.
Yes.
That freaks you out.
Listen, when I was younger, I'm in Trinidad, I'm peeing in the water. My grandma's looking at me and I'm just standing there like having a great time letting it out. And she's like, are you peeing? And I was like, yeah. She snatches me out the water and starts taking a water bottle and rinsing me off. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, there's something called a sea ants that likes the smell and taste of urine, and it'll swim up into your pee-pee hole.
Yep.
And I said, Grandma, if you don't want me to pee in the water, just tell me you don't want me to pee in the water. Don't tell me about no goddamn sea ants that's going to do some Now, years went by where I thought she was just, pulling my leg. And then the Parasite channel, the show. I forget what channel it was.
Eaten alive, eaten from the inside or something like that. Animal
yeah.
Planet.
So I end up watching the show one night, and it's a couple that have just gotten married, and they're on their honeymoon. They're in the Caribbean. They decide to go into the water at night, and the guy says he gets this funny sensation in his pee-pee hole. You know, doesn't really think anything of it. Pees. Doesn't think anything of it. Leaves. They go back to the hotel. They take a shower. He's like, damn, you know, my shit's itching. So he starts kind of scratching, pinching it a little bit. Like, it's a weird sensation. They go to dinner.
Itching on the inside.
On the inside. The itch starts to get a little more, right? Then it starts to throb a little bit. So they have to leave dinner. They go back to the hotel room. He takes his pants off. There's like a little purplish blue ring around the middle of his dick, right? And he's like, what the fuck? So he goes to the infirmary in the resort. And the infirmary's like, oh, shit, yeah, we're going to have to perform surgery. There's a parasite that goes in and it sets out prongs and starts to drink the blood.
Oh,
street, right?
fuck, man.
So I said, what? So I said, my grandmother wasn't lying. So he says, no, I'm going to wait to get back. He was from the UK. I'm going to wait to get back home. I'm leaving now, first flight out, and I'll have the surgery done there. I don't trust this. By the time he got home, there was necrosis that set in, tissue death, and they had to chop off a piece of his meat. So, needless to say, I've never gone into ocean water without 3 pairs of spandex and regular underwear, and I don't go in past my knees.
Really?
What, yo?
I won't ever catch you. I won't ever catch you.
I don't
neck
like,
deep in the ocean.
In the United States, yes. In the Caribbean, I'm a little skeptical. When I was before this, I used to jump in the water in Trinidad and swim out as far as I could. And I remember one time I was in Mayaro, and my cousin was like, yo, swim back. And I said, were you scared? He's like, you see those boats? Those are fishing boats. I said, yeah. He's like, they're fishing for shark.
They're going to attract something big.
I'm out. Swam right back. On the way back, I definitely was feeling shit underneath. Mm-hmm. It starts to freak me out, man.
Yeah.
And in the Caribbean, you'll stand in the water and you'll see through right down to the ground. And schools of fish will swim right around you.
Which is dope.
It's cool.
But there's the other stuff that wants to eat the fish that's not cool.
Yeah. And it just freaks me out. It freaks me out big time.
When I was in Hawaii, when I went on that Hawaii trip,
mm-hmm.
I did a charter off of the west side of the island. Super dope. I mean, super cool. I was with a bunch of Australians. Australians are fucking wild, man.
I love them.
They're awesome. They're wild wild people. And we get to the location, and they said, all right, this is the spot that we're going to be. Now, you can see the land. You're not close, but you can see the land. They're like, this is where we're going to be free diving, snorkeling, shit like that. And so they said, you know, whoever wants to. I said, we're good to go? They said, yeah, jump right in. Cool. Bro, I love swimming. I'm good. Dove right in. I looked down. It was like 80, 90 feet water. Wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting it to be that deep. Now, you would see the bottom, but it was deep.
Deep, yeah.
So I was like, ooh. So I kind of went right back to the boat, sat there for a second, this and that. And then the instructor, like the tour guide goes, oh, there's a white tip reef shark at the bottom. Well, the Australians jumped in. I bet I could touch its tail. And they jumped in off the boat. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers crazy. They are nuts. These people are crazy. But I went back in the water and shit like that. I was cool. It was that adjustment period of, whoa, I'm deeper than I thought. And then I was free diving to the bottom. You're not allowed to touch the turtles. You can't touch the turtles. You get in trouble. They'll arrest you if you touch the turtles. Yeah, because they're nationally protected, and too many tourists come and they fuck with the turtles. And from what they said, I don't know if it's accurate. I'd have to look it up. They said that the oils from your skin will actually cause like blisters on the turtles.
Really?
Don't know if that's accurate. Don't know if that's them just trying to make sure that you don't touch them and stay away from them.
Yeah.
But I got the video. What was that? Summer? That was 2016. August 2016. I went. I want to go back, man. I loved Hawaii. I was just telling my mom recently, and I said it even on the podcast. I fucked up, man. I should have went to University of Hawaii. I should have had fun. I should have been chilling with some Samoan chicks and just having life, having a baby with one of them, and the baby's a year old and it's built like a linebacker playing for the 49ers. It would have been great, man. But seeing Pearl Harbor was dope. That was really cool. Where is the snorkeling? I'm gonna show you how deep this was. All right, so here you go. So this is where we were snorkeling. This is where we were coming off of the boat.
That's beautiful. That's phenomenal.
And then we had dolphins at the front of our ship. Where is it? Is this it? This is how deep it was.
That looks great.
So jumping in that real quick, I'll fuck you up for a quick second. You're like,
When you think about it, yeah.
you're thinking too much on it. But then when you're in the water and this is what you're dealing with,
It's beautiful.
so
But
dope.
it still will freak me out.
Oh yeah, dude. Especially when they say there's sharks around, shit like that. I know theoretically they're not.
Because it's bigger animals, they eat those fish.
Yeah, man.
So-
Like, and I'm just one meal away. Do you have to dip?
Yeah.
All right. Yo, quick episode. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna get you in for a full one. We gotta get
let's
one
do
in
that.
and talk about some other stuff. What?
A couple of things I want to talk about. Yeah, guaranteed.
Episode 46. Episode 46. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Peace.
Later.